What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe but die trying. You see this thumbnail? Look, if you want to be the next Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna give you the game. I know you don't believe it coming from me, but you're gonna believe 99% of what I'm about to say. But the 1% you're not gonna be able to deal with is that I'm telling you. So people like reacting to Kevin Samuels. People like doing talking about him, whether it's positive or negative. Depending on which rabbit hole you go down, you're going to get more positive or more negative. But people aren't addressing, a lot of times, the consistency of the type of females that are in his podcast and his videos and his clips. So, I tell you what, feeling in my Young Jeezy voice, I tell you what. This is what you do. Kevin talks about the high value guys. So just since all of us have social media, why don't you just start talking to, if you're a middle class guy, be the middle class guy and have that type of dating interaction. Can you date a regular guy? See how this goes. See if it's just the high value thing, or see if it's just a middle class everyday brother thing. See that? You could be the middle class, average guy, Kevin Samuels. That's what you could do. Insert your face right there. And I guarantee you that it might change the way you view dating and relationships. Because I'm like, wait. These same talking points are here. Like, for guys who are you call poor, lower class. Get you a low class dating. Let's see how we're going to date in poverty. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what the relationship dynamics and expectations are in poverty. For all you guys who been in the streets, let's interact with the women, and tell them, your side of the story, and you should be able to date me. Because what I see is a lot of people who enjoy the content, but who also have issue with the content, but they're not willing to attempt to make content in that wheelhouse for themselves. Because I guarantee you, if you're a middle class guy, you can be like, look, I already know a lot of women gonna overlook me and say I'm not good enough. If you're a lower class guy, but I got game and I got this mouthpiece. But then when the ladies start talking, they go, we might have sex, but behind closed doors. But I don't know you in public. If you've been in the streets and it's good when it's popping, of course you got to do the I was in the streets thing. Not I'm currently in the streets thing. Don't do yourself bad, but insert your face in that and so people can see how it looks. Because basically what's going on is people are dating people across the whole spectrum from the bad boy street guy to the the broke guy to the middle class guy or regular guy to the above average guy or high value guy. See, it ain't just the high value guys and women looking for high value guys. Everybody has dated across pretty much that whole spectrum in their lifetime, in their current lifetime, or most of it. So if you want to be the guy, see what it is. See what it is. See how people, because when he talks to women, what was your last relationship? How long was your last relationship? Were you ever in a relationship with a guy that's this successful? No. So it's prime opportunity to talk to guys who are in that mode of you make anywhere between $50,000 to $80,000 a year. What about those guys? You can talk for those guys. For the guys who make $49,000 to $20,000 a year, you can talk to those guys. You know what I'm saying? And see how these ladies interact with you. See it for yourself. For the guys, I went to college. Let's talk about the educated guys. Because that can range. Just like anybody who knows, if you've been to school, depending on your degree, you might have gotten a degree and you might be in retail all the way up. You might have gotten a degree and you might be a very professional in something. So it just depends. So the education thing can go across all classes in a sense. So since if you got an issue with him, see if when you interact with these ladies, if your situation interacts different. Because a lot of these guys, get your Hotep Kevin Samuels on, get your Ashe going on out there. Hotep, my sister, my beautiful queen. Talk to us about this love and relationships in the Hotep community. Like, that's all you got to do. Because if I'm a betting man, I would bet that if you do that, you will see that more you guys and women are more on par, but not up to par as you think you are. And all of a sudden, when you think, you're cooler, you got a better point of view, you have a better mentality, it's not about this, it's really about this. You'll see as you interact with the opposite sex that you're right about some things, but you're probably wrong about the majority of things because you're just coming from your biased perspective. And people are going to tell you that, you're good to roll around in the hay with, but, if they wanted to have kids and say, I don't want to work to pay significant bills, as Kevin would ask, most of you guys aren't the guys to do that. Most of us aren't the guys to do that. So what does that mean? It's going to change the dynamic of your conversations because you can't refute the man's arguments. You can't refute the man's talking points. You don't want to address the man's audience, not audience, but the women who participate in these podcasts and videos. So why don't you address them by having your own show? And see how well that goes. And watch you wind up with similar talking points. Just watch, or similar beliefs, or similar ideas. Like, okay, this is, or you're gonna know what's coming with each argument because you've heard it numerous times. Just give it a shot. Just give it a shot. If you want to replace him, if he's such a bane on society, you do it. You do it and see how it works out. Because you want the success. You want the success by proxy, and you feel like I could do that. Well, do it. Do it. Do it. So, now that I told you this, and you probably agree with 99% of what I just said, but the only thing you don't agree with is me saying it, is let's see. Like, share, subscribe, and die trying. We out. Peace.